up, guys? What's going on? So with this video, I'm going to try to make it as short as possible, but I do want to do a comparison between two phones that I currently own, kind of give you guys my user experience with the device. And so the first phone we have is the Vault 2, and the second phone we have is the Aquos Crystal. And they're both offered by Boost Mobile. They're still on the website for sale. You can pick up either one. But I'm just going to give you guys, after using both phones, just what I think about them going head to head. I do know people like specs, so I will drop some specs for you guys right now, just to let you guys know. So both phones are offered by Boost Mobile, and the Vault 2 runs Lollipop 5.1, while the Aquos Crystal runs 4.4.2 KitKat. They both have the same resolution display, 720 by 1280 at 294 pixels per inch, so that's what, it's pretty much the same. What else? The Vault 2 has a Snapdragon 410, and the Aquos Crystal has the Snapdragon 400. The Vault 2 has 1 gig of RAM. The Aquos has 1.5 gigs of RAM. Internal, both are 8 gigs of internal storage, with 3.38 gigs available on the Vault 2 and 4.1 gigs available on the Aquos Crystal. They both have expandable memory. However, because the Aquos Crystal is on KitKat, it does not allow apps to SD as previous Android versions and Lollipop offer right now. So, also battery size, 2540 milliamp hour battery in the Vault 2 and a 2040 milliamp hour battery on the Aquos Crystal. The Vault 2 having a removable battery, and the Aquos Crystal has non-removable battery. So those are some things to think about. 8 megapixel cameras on both devices in the back, with a 1.2 megapixel camera on the Aquos and a 5 megapixel camera on the Vault 2. Both are 5-inch displays, by the way, if I didn't say that. So yeah, they both have the same screen size. Now, user experience, basically, because I don't want people to think it's this cliche thing like, oh, the Vault 2 is newer, so of course it's better. But technically, just by usage, I can tell you guys the Vault 2 really is better than the Aquos Crystal. Even though the Aquos Crystal has 1.5 gigs of RAM versus 1 gig of RAM, you would think this phone would be more laggier and chug. It actually is not. It doesn't even feel like it has 1 gig of RAM. It actually feels like that this phone was built with 2 gigs. It's very snappy. Like CV Tech said in his video of the Warp Elite, the scores that he got in Geekbench 3 were identical to the Vault 2. And the Vault 2 only has 1 gig, and the Warp Elite has 2 gigs. So this phone is actually really snappy, which is surprising. I've ran some very heavy apps on the Vault 2. Like, I went to the park the other day. I ran a Periscope session. And Periscope's a very heavy app when you're running it. I mean, you can feel your phone heat up when the processor is just being overworked by Periscope or even by Meerkat. But the Vault 2 handled it very well, which I can't say that the Aquos can. What I feel that the Aquos has going for it, and what it only has going for it, basically, is design. Really, that's all I can say that this phone really has going for it, is design, the way it looks. It's a neck breaker phone. This phone, in public, can make people look at you and be like, what kind of phone is that? And that's really all it has. Performance-wise, it fairly runs okay. When it's 100% charged, when it, I've noticed when it gets to between 63% and 59%, there's this weird, awful bug that happens with the phone where when you're touching the screen, it's just not registering your finger touches. You pull up the keyboard, you type, it's missing a whole lot of letters. And even just by, closing out some background apps and maybe even trying to free up some RAM to see if that would help, it's still there. Once it goes below 42%, that's when the phone screen seems to just want to respond to everything again. And that's very annoying. That makes you want to throw this phone at the wall and just swear and cuss at it and drop it in water or snap it in half if you have that kind of, human strength. But really, that's something that's a deal breaker for this phone. Nobody wants a phone where the screen is not going to, respond to your finger touches at times, especially when you really need them to. Also, the speaker is very, very low on this device. Speakerphone calls, you really got to hold it up to your ear to hear what they're saying. And playing music, you might as well connect by, like a Bluetooth headphones or, stereo earbuds or something. Speaker very, very low. The camera sensors, big disappointment by Sharp. Big disappointment because the white balance is, it's hard for the white balance to correct itself on either front or back camera. And so that makes, taking quick pictures on the fly nearly impossible with the Aquos. You're not going to get the great stellar shots like you can from the Vault 2. The Vault 2's camera sensors are freaking stellar. You can pull this thing out of your pocket and shortcut to camera and boom, take the picture you want. So if you're really trying to get that picture in under a minute, it's possible, where it's not possible with the Aquos. I don't know why they pick some sort of cheap camera sensor, but it's really bad. Taking video with the Aquos is actually even worse. The audio quality is just trash. It's like the sound that comes out of it when you record a video and you play it back, the way you sound is as if you were 25 to 30 feet away from the phone talking through a metal mesh and a piece of cloth. That's how drowned out the sound is. It just sounds so bad. And, it does have two microphones on it. There's one back here, one at the bottom. You'd think it would capture the sound great, but it does not. So if you're looking to take pictures and videos, the Aquos is not really going to be the one you're going to want to grab. With the Vault 2, audio quality is good. It's not high. It's not very loud, but it's low when you're recording a video. Pictures come out very nice and crisp, very visible. So it's not 4K or 2K or anything like that, but it's pretty high quality. I mean, it's pretty good. So audio itself, playing music, this little 4-hole squawk box down here is really loud. So you can hear your music. And even if you lay it on its back because it has a curved back, you're going to hear sound out of it just well. With the Aquos, it's very low from that speaker. Might as well, like I said, use stereo earbuds or something. Design-wise, the Vault 2 has this slight curve to it. You guys can pretty much tell. It has this nice curve to it. The screen is straight. It's not curved like the G Flex 2, but the back is curved, and that's just for comfortable feeling your hand holding the device. It's not gonna have your fingers stress or cramp. So that's actually pretty cool. When you lay it on the table, the speaker's not muffled, so sound will come out just fine. With the Aquos Crystal, it has tapered edges, which is really nice too. It does make for a comfortable hold in your hand, but the back is still mostly flat. So, I mean, hey. Putting them, side by side or with each other, you guys can see that the Aquos is thicker than the Vault 2. Vault 2 is actually being thinner, even though they both have tapered, edges. And lastly, if you are hard of hearing, the Aquos is not going to be the phone for you. Sorry, but there is no ear speaker for you to listen to phone calls on. The actual screen itself vibrates. So you basically press it against your ear, and because of the vibration from the screen, makes the sound for you to hear what the other person on the call is saying. Whereas on the Vault 2, there is a ear speaker. So it's actually pretty nice. So that's really what I wanted to compare between both phones, really, guys. Hopefully this kind of helps out with anyone out there who's deciding between either the Aquos or the Vault 2. And that way, you'll have a better buy and you'll be happy with what you purchase. So if you guys enjoyed this video, you can let me know by leaving me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you have not. Share this video on social network. Get it out there for everyone else. That way, someone, it could really help someone out there. And yeah, so I'll see you guys with another video. My name's Tito with Aloha Android. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.